I'm Dr. Bruce Wilcoff. I'm a clinical electrophysiologist at the Cleveland Clinic, director of cardiac pacing and tachyarrhythmia devices in Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm Ken Ellenbogen. I'm a clinical electrophysiologist at the Virginia Commonwealth University Medical College of Virginia Hospital in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm chairman of cardiology and head of electrophysiology there.
My interest was, I love science, and I was looking for a way to study more science and be able to do something that gave me lots of possibilities. And medicine didn't stop me from doing anything, and unleashed a career that allowed me to do more. So what I did is engineering, biomedical engineering. So I got the science and I got pre-med, it worked out beautifully, and I couldn't have scripted it better.
Well, I guess I must admit my story is very similar to Bruce's. I was always good at science in school, and I enjoyed doing science. I enjoyed mathematics, math and science. I knew when I went to college I wanted to study math and science, and sort of gravitated while in college towards the biological sciences and biochemistry. My father actually was a research scientist, and he did a lot of medical research, so I was familiar with what was involved in doing medical research, and wasn't sure whether I was going to get an MD or an MD PhD, but wanted to combine science with medicine.
One of the things that was the essence of this is to get the best science, the best technical understanding, and the best clinical understanding, and put it in context. And that's the essence of the book. This is not so easy to do, because now you're taking, and we bridged this by taking technical expertise that was sometimes in industry, so the various manufacturers, we all had relationships, research relationships, developmental relationships, but to get those people to write collaboratively with clinicians. You write differently. This is for clinicians to read, but also for the broader community. So it had to be technical enough that it made sense, but it had to be clinical enough so that it was pragmatic. So this was always clinical cardiac pacing. It was always trying to be able to get to the care of the patient, but it had to take sort of technology to bedside.
And we've been lucky, or the field has been lucky, our patients have been really blessed in the sense that the technology has changed a lot over the number of editions we've done. The second and third editions, there's a lot of new information about defibrillators and a lot of clinical trials with pacemakers and defibrillators. And then cardiac resynchronization therapy became available as a therapy over the last 15 years or so. So we've included a lot of material on cardiac resynchronization therapy. There are a lot of new things in this edition, reflecting developments across the entire field. And also the perspective, for example, the perspective on dealing with device infections and how to manage patients who have device infections, how to remove leads. And we've been lucky because Bruce has been a real pioneer in that field, and as each edition we get more of a perspective on that. There are new tools, new trials, the whole field of interventional electrophysiology, the idea of using balloons and snares and venoplasty to put leads in different parts of the heart or to get access when you couldn't, is really come about over the last 4 or 5 years. We've had Seth Worley, who's been really invented that field and been a pioneer in that field, who contributed a real large amount of material in this edition. And just the whole trend to put the book online, to have readers have the ability to go and look at a movie, be able to get figures, and also information that's not actually even in the book that's available online. We've tried to develop that over the last, particularly over the last 2 editions, but especially over this last edition. Provide readers with more of a reflection of what really goes on in our field, which is movies and videos and not necessarily just a still shot.